Hello everyone, welcome to Swiflearn and welcome back because we have already completed our first session, right? Okay, so how are you all? I hope you all are doing great and I hope that you all are safe in this pandemic. Okay, so here today in this class we will discuss article part 2. All right, we have already discussed the first chapter of articles. Okay, now first of all let me share my screen with you. Okay, now I hope that you all are able to see my screen. So, welcome to Swiflearn all. And as I already told you that Swiflearn is India's most sincere learning destination for classes 3rd to 10th. And it provides 100% live and interactive classes and also provide personalized attention batch with maximum 6 students only. Yeah, that means you can learn well in the class and you can have live interaction with your teacher. Yeah, it's really amazing and it is very beneficial for you, I must say that. Okay, Swiflearn is also a dedicated academy mentor team to track and work on students progress, and we cover syllabus as per the school exam schedule and also handle custom requests. It means on your request, we can provide you multiple assignments. Yeah, for your practice, as you already know that practice makes men perfect, right now? All right. And Swiftlin key features are detailed reports that we provide detailed progress reports to the student, and Swiftlin academic test series take unlimited practice tests and subjective tests for school exams. So what are you waiting for? Just go and book your free trial class and join Swiftlin. It will be really beneficial for you. And let me tell you that don't forget to subscribe our channel, press the bell icon so you can never miss out any update. And after the class, if you like the session, then don't forget to like, comment, and share as much as you can. All right. So without wasting our time, let's move to our concept articles. So, as we have completed our first session about articles, so I hope that you all have gone through it, and now it is the second part of the articles. Okay, so first of all, I just want to tell you that please keep responding in the class. I would love to have your comments and I love to have your answer. So, please keep responding in the class. Okay, so if some of you already know about it, can you please tell me that what are articles? Can anybody tell? Please, if you already know about it, can you please tell what are articles here? Yeah, I'm just waiting for your answer. Please do let me know and comment me. It will be great if you will tell your answer. Yeah, okay. So let me tell you that articles are a, and the, which we have already discussed in the previous session. If you watched it, okay, and if not, then don't you don't need to be worried because we will be learning this in the class. Okay, so we have some learning objectives here, and it will be discussed in this class as we have some learning objectives. Okay, so the first objective is rules and application of definite and indefinite articles in detail. This will be learning in the class. Okay, and second is rules and application of omission of articles. We will be learning rules of where articles should not use, okay, in a sentence. Understand the usage of articles, like where do we need to use the article in a sentence, okay. Then frame sentences using appropriate articles, okay. So these are some topics that we will be learning in this class. Now, okay, so now let's talk about what are articles. Okay, as you can see here, okay, as you can see here, three words: a tree, an animal, the Amazon jungle, right? Okay, so anyone can tell that why a is here before the tree? Why a is here? Can anyone tell? If you know about it, please let me know in the comment box. Okay, right. Okay, as I already told you that because the first letter of this word belongs to the consonant. Do you know about consonant and vowels now? See, A, E, I, O, U. These are vowel, right? And rest of the alphabets are consonant. Okay, so the word tree, its first letter belongs to the consonant. That is why we have used a as an article here. Am I right now? Okay, is it clear to you now? Please let me know if the concept is clear to you now. Okay, so now let's have another word, an animal. Okay, when we pronunciate animal, it sounds start with a, right? That is why we have put n here as an article. And the last is the Amazon jungle. Just please pay attention in this word that here we are talking about a particular jungle here. Okay, there are so many jungle now, but here we are talking about a particular jungle, Amazon jungle. That is why we have used the as an article here. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, so I hope you're getting my point, and if not, please let me know. Okay, first I need to remove this. Okay, so now the articles a and the articles a and the. Okay, the articles a and the are words which are used before noun to convey their definiteness. Definiteness means never changing. They are fixed, right? The two types of articles are indefinite and definite. As I already told you this, that we have two indefinite articles here, a and n. A and n are indefinite articles, and we have only one definite articles, and that is the, right? Okay, now, okay, so before we study the usage of articles in detail, can you suggest correct articles before these words? Can anyone suggest that what will be the suitable article before these words? We have first word here, rainforest. So can anyone can tell? Rainforest. What will be the suitable article here? Rainforest. Yeah, please write a comment. Yeah. Okay, right. The. So rainforest, we will use the before rainforest. Right now, why? Because here we are talking about a particular forest, which is rainforest. Right now, rainforest is characterized by where actually the rain is falling. Right. So that is why, because we are talking about a particular forest here, that is why we will put the before it. Now, zebra. Okay. So what will be the suitable article here? Zebra. Exactly, a zebra, right now, because zebra is an animal, and here we are talking about only one zebra. That is why we have used a here. Okay, now Ganga. So we always use article the before Ganga. Why? Because here we are talking about a particular river, and the river is Ganga here. That is why we will put the before it. Okay, and elephant. Elephant, can anyone tell? Exactly, and will be the right article here. Why? Because when we pronunciate word elephant, it sounds to start with E. Right now, that is why we will put N here. Now, next one, sun. Because we are talking about a sun, and there is only one sun in the universe. Right now, that is why we will put the before it. Okay, nicely answered, all of you. Now, both indefinite and definite articles have different rules of application. So let us first look at their definition. Now, indefinite articles. What are indefinite articles? See, indefinite articles are only two, a and n. They both are indefinite articles. Okay. Now it does not specify, define the person, thing being referring to. Okay, here we don't here we not talking about a particular thing or a specific thing. That is why we can use a or n just before the word. Okay. Now, definite article. What is a definite article? We have, as I already told you, that we have only one definite article, which is the. Right now. Okay. So it generally specifies and defines a particular person, thing being referred to. Right? As I just told you now. For example, the Taj Mahal. Just remind the previous example that I have given to you, the Taj Mahal. So here we are talking about a particular thing, Taj Mahal, and we already know about it, right? So in this case, we always use the, okay, as an article. Now, indefinite articles, use of a and n. Now, how to use these articles? Okay, so determined by the sound of the first letter of the word. Okay, let me just see. Here we always determine by the sound of the first letter of the word. For example, elephant. So when we pronunciate elephant, its first letter sound start with E, which comes in vowel. That is why we always put and before it as an article. Yeah, right. We always check first letter of the word, right? Is it it is belonging to a component or vowel, then we will decide that what will be the suitable article before this word. Okay, this is how we can identify. Now, okay, now n and a, what is the difference between these? Okay, now if the first letter of a word has a vowel sound, n is used. When the first letter of a word has a vowel sound, n is used. N is always used. Okay, in such case. For example, an honest man. Why? Because when we pronunciate honest, it sounds to start with O, right? In such case we always put n before the noun. Okay. Now let's have another example. An umbrella. So when we pronunciate the word umbrella, it sounds to start with a. That is why we have put n here. And aunt, in the same way, an office. Okay, so this is the right formula to apply the article just before the noun. Now, a, if the first letter of a word has a consonant sound, a is used. For example, a book, a unicorn, a woman, a house. Okay, so now don't get confused, a unicorn, because when we pronunciate unicorn, it sounds to start with u, which does not comes in vowels. Right now, that is why we have used a here. Don't get confused, and if you have any kind of confusion, then you can please write it in the comment box. Okay. Now, notice what is the important note here. Notice that the words like are, honest, air begin with a vowel sound, right? Because H is not pronounced. Because H is silent in these words, that is why we always believe that this word, the first letter of these words sounds to start with vowel, and that is why we always put N before these words. Okay. Now come to the another point. Rules for the use of indefinite article. Now, where to use indefinite article? Okay. Now we have some rules here. Where do we need to put indefinite article? Now, first, we always use indefinite article to refer to numerical value of 1. As I said now, do not say a word, because in this sentence we are talking about a single word, right? Only a single word we are talking about. That is why a is present in the sentence. Now, the next example is bring me a glass of water. Here we are requesting for a glass of water only. Okay, it means one glass of water we are asking. That is why we have used a here. Now in the second situation, we also use indefinite articles. Okay, indefinite articles is also used to refer to a vague sense of a certain. A member of team is injured. So a member of team means there is a group, but we are talking about an individual only right now. That is why we have put a here. I want to go to a good restaurant. Here we are not talking about a particular restaurant. It could be any good restaurant. That is why we have put a here. Okay. In these cases, we always put indefinite article a. Okay. Now, okay. So, third case is here. Indefinite articles also used to single out any one individual as the representative of a group or class. Now, let's have example. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And a monkey is a mischievous animal. Mischievous animal, it could be any mischievous animal. Right now, that is why we are talking about only one mischievous animal. That is why we have used a as an article here. Okay. Now we have fourth case here. Indefinite articles is also used to turn a proper noun into common noun. Now pay attention to this. It is very important point. So just pay attention here. See, Ram found his Bharat. Okay. Now Ram is a proper noun, isn't it? Ram is a proper noun, right? So, but when we use indefinite article before the proper noun, then it will be converting into common noun. Always remember that whenever we use indefinite article before any proper noun, it will be converting into common noun. Okay, this is a very important point here, so just pay attention. Now we have another example here. Moses moved the mountains. So here also Moses is a proper noun, but as we have applied a here before this, so it will be converting into common noun. Okay, in such case also we always use indefinite article before the noun. Okay, now let's come to the next point. Now it's a practice time. As we all know that practice makes men perfect, right? So let's do some practice now. Can you correctly place the missing article? Okay, in this sentence, there is missing an article. Okay, so you have to tell me that what article is suitable here. Okay, quickly just check the questions and quickly answer me in a comment box. I'm waiting for your comment. Please let me know if you already know the answer. Please let me know. I'm waiting for your comment. Yeah. So what will be the answer of first one? Iron is heavy metal. So can anybody tell what will be the suitable answer here? Iron is heavy metal. Okay. Iron is heavy metal. Okay. Now quickly check me the comment box. Okay, right. Iron is a heavy metal. Why? Because we pronunciate word heavy, it sounds to start with H, right? And H belongs to the consonant. That is why we have used a here, right? Okay, tell me the next one. One-horned rhinoceros is endangered species. Exactly. One-horned rhinoceros is an endangered species. Why? Because we pronunciate word endangered. It sounds start with E. That is why we will use N as an article here. Right? Yeah. Okay. Last year we went on trip to national park. Now, quickly tell me the answer if you know it. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, we went on trip to the national park because here we are talking about a particular park, which is a national park right now. That is why we will use the before this. Okay, now it takes hour for my cat to finish its food. So it takes an hour for my cat to finish its food. Why? Because R, when we pronunciate R, it sounds to start with A. That is why we will put N before it. Okay. Now tell me the last one. He is as sharp as eagle. Yeah, right. He is as sharp as an eagle. Why? Because here we are talking about a only one eagle right now, and when we pronunciate word eagle, it sounds to start with E. That is why we will put N here. Now, quickly check the answer. Quickly check the answer. That your all answers are correct or not. Quickly check it. Iron is a heavy metal. One horn rhinoceros is an endangered species. Last year we went on a trip to a national park. It takes an hour for my cat to finish its food. He is as sharp as an eagle. Okay, nicely answered. Okay, so now let's discuss definite article. Okay, recently we have discussed indefinite article. Now we will switch to the definite article. Now, use of the, as I already told you that definite article is only one, which is the, right now. So use of the. Now how to use this article? In case of referring to a particular person, thing which has already been mentioned in the context. Okay, if we are talking about a particular thing or a particular person, we always use the before it, as I already told you now. Okay, so let's have some example. The pen you want is out of stock. So here in this sentence, we are talking about a pen, the one you want. Yeah, we are talking about a particular pen here. That is why we always use the before it, okay? In such cases. Now the women laughed. Here we are also talking about a woman who laughed. Okay, here we are talking about a particular woman, right? Particular person. That is why we will use the as an article here. Okay. Now, also we have second case. In order for a singular noun to represent a whole group or class. For example, the monkey is a mischievous animal. So monkey is here as a species group now. That is why we have used the here. In the same way, the lion is a kind of a cat. So a lion is also as a species group. Okay, that is why we have put the here. In such cases, we always use the as an article. Okay. Now, usage of article Usage of article the before some geographical noun. Okay, we have some geographical noun. If we have geographical noun in a sentence, we will always use the as an article here. Okay, for example, typically the article the is not used before the name of countries and territories. As I already told you about it, that we cannot use the before the name of countries and territories. Okay, for example, the India. So the India would be incorrect, right? And okay, so we cannot use the before the name of countries and territories. So the India would be incorrect. Okay, now, however, the but here are some exception. Okay, and what is the exception? See, however, the is used before the countries whose names are plural in form. If there is a name of any country whose name is showing its plurality, then we will always use the before it. For example, the Netherlands, as you can see here, s is here. That means we believe that it is showing its plurality. That is why we always put the before it. Okay, only in some cases when the name of a country representing its plurality, we then only then we will put the here. Okay, otherwise not. The Netherlands and the Alps would be the answer. The Alps. So in such case, we always use the as article. Okay. Now, and also the is used with countries whose name include the words state, kingdom, or republic. See, if uh, we have some word in the word state, kingdom, and republic is present. For example, the United States is correct. Why? Because state is present in this word. Exactly. So in these cases, we always put the before the name. Okay, and also we have another example here, the United Kingdom, because the word kingdom is here itself in this word. That is why we have used the here. So always remember these points, as these are very important points now. That is why. Okay. Now, please let me know if you have any kind of doubt related to this. Okay. Now, so we have some examples here. Okay. Now we will read some examples. So, okay. Now, first example is ocean and seas. Ocean and seas. If we have the name of any ocean and seas in a sentence, then we will always put the before it. Okay. For example, the Indian Ocean. Okay. Because Indian Ocean is the name of an ocean now. That is why we have used the here. Okay. Now we have another example here. Rivers. When we talk about river, particular river, we will always use the before it. For example, the Brahmaputra, the Nile. Okay. Now, canals. If we talk about canals, we always put the before it. Okay. For example, the Suez Canal. Okay. In the same way, deserts. So, example, the Thar, because Thar is a desert, right? Now, groups of Iceland. If we are talking about a group of Iceland, we always use the before the word as an article. Okay. For example, the Andaman and Nicobar Island. And the another example we have mountain ranges. So mountain ranges, for example, the Himalayas, the Alps. So we always use the before such words. Okay. Now, few names of countries which include words like Republican Kingdom, like I already told you this now. For example, United Kingdom and United States. So we always use the before these words. Okay. Now, let's move ahead. Now we have fourth case here. Definite article also used before the name of some books. Okay, so we have the name of some books, the Vedas, the Purans, the Iliad, the Ramayana. So we always use the before these words. Okay, because this is a word, or because this is the name of some books. Okay, now before names of one of a kind thing, the things which we have only one. For example, the sun is only one in the universe now. That is why we will use the here. The sky, the ocean, the earth, the Jupiter in the same way. Okay. Now, point out a note here. The note is sometimes the is put before a common noun to give it the meaning of an abstract noun. What is abstract noun? Can anyone tell? What is abstract noun? Yeah, if you know about it, can you tell what is abstract noun? Abstract noun are the things that we cannot touch or see. We can only feel it. For example, honesty, right? We cannot see honesty, we can't touch honesty, we can only feel it. So honesty is the abstract noun. Okay. So sometimes the is put before a common noun only because to give it the meaning of an abstract noun. For example, we have an example here. In the last battle, the warrior in her woke up. So basically, warrior is a common noun, but as we have put the before it, so it will be converted into abstract noun here. Okay. In these cases also, we always use definite article before the noun. Okay. Now, sixth case, before a proper noun when it is qualified by an adjective. Definite articles is also used before a proper noun when it is qualified by an adjective. For example, the immortal Bhagat Singh. So immortal is an adjective here. So when we talk about an adjective, okay, before a proper noun, we always use the before it. Okay, Bhagat Singh is a proper noun here. Okay, and before it we have an adjective. That is why we have used the here. Okay, now second example is the great King Kong. So King Kong is also a proper noun, and we have adjective here, great. That is why we have used the as an article here. Okay. Now, the definite article is also used with superlatives. You know about superlatives now? Okay. The word which has est in the end. For example, the brightest star burns the most. So brightest is the superlative. So we always use the before it. In the same way, this is the best book for English. So we always use the before the best. Why? Because best is a superlative. Okay. Now, eighth condition. Definite article is used with ordinals. What are ordinals? For example, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, like this. Okay. So if we have ordinals in a sentence, we always use definite article before it. Okay. For example, you are the last student to come to the class. So the last. So last is an ordinal now. That is why we have used the before it. In the same way, this topic will be covered in the fifth chapter. So, fifth is also an ordinal. That is why we have used the before it. Okay. Now, in ninth case, before musical instruments, we always use indefinite articles. Okay. For example, she knows how to play the harmonica. So, harmonica is a musical instrument now. That is why we have used the before it. Okay. Okay. So, always remember these cases. Okay. Now, 10th case, definite article is also used before a noun to emphasis. For example, a noun is the naming word. So we are actually expressing the importance of word naming word. Yeah, we are putting emphasis on the word. That is why we have put the before it. Now, the 11th condition is used as an adverb with comparatives. When we have two words as their comparison in a sentence, we always use the before these words. Okay, for example, the more, the merrier. Okay, and another example is the more they ask, the less you give. So, more and less are the comparative degree now, are the comparative words. That is why we have used the before it. Okay. So basically, there are 11 condition where definite article will be used. Okay. Now it's practice time. Okay. So let's do some practice now. Can you correctly place the in the following sentences? Okay. Now, can anyone tell where to use definite article in these sentences? Yeah. If anyone can tell, please let me know in the comment box. Yeah. Please send me your comment. Okay, so we have first example here. Last Saturday, we decided to finally enter old abandoned mansion in our colony. Exactly. Last Saturday, we decided to finally enter the old abandoned mansion in our colony. Yeah, this will be the right answer. There are many stories surrounding old mansion. So there are many stories surrounding the old mansion. Okay, a old mansion. Now, some say family who lived in it 20 years ago left it because a ghost lived in it. So some say a family who lived in it 20 years ago left it because a ghost family lived in it. Okay, so because there is only there here we are talking about a family, means one family. That is why we will use a here. Okay, now as a matter of fact, we kids wanted to say hello to same ghost. So as a matter of fact, we kids wanted to say hello to same ghost. So now can anyone tell what will be the suitable article here, and where we should use article, definite article? As a matter of fact, we kids wanted to say hello to same ghost. So as a matter of the fact, okay, the fact will be the right article here. Now, okay, so last one is Rahul said it was ghost of great King Sher Bahadur. So now the answer will be Rahul said it was ghost of the great King Sher Bahadur. Right now, because great is the adjective here and King Sher is a proper noun here. So as I already told you that before the adjective we always use definite article. Exactly. So now Quickly check the answer. Last Saturday, we decided to finally enter the old abandoned mansion in our colony. There are many stories surrounding the old mansion. And next is, some say the family who lived in it 20 years ago left it because a ghost lived in it. Okay. Now, next is, as a matter of fact, we kids wanted to say hello to the same ghost. Why the same ghost? Because here we are talking about only one same ghost, particular ghost means only about the ghost who is present in that mention. Okay. Now the final is, Rahul said it was the ghost of the great king Sher Bahadur, because the ghost is, we are talking about a particular ghost here, and the great king, because great is an adjective here, right? So now our concept is rules for omission of the articles. Like, articles are not used here. Okay. where where do we not? Okay, so here, okay, we have some cases here where articles will not be used, okay, in sentence. For example, we have first case here, before names of material and abstract uncountable nouns. See, we will not use any article, okay, before the name of material noun. For example, silver is not very expensive. Now, silver is a material noun. We already know about it now. Silver is a material noun. That is why we will not use any article before it. Okay. Now we have second example, honesty is the best policy. Okay, so honesty is an abstract noun, right? Because we can't see and touch honesty, we can only feel it. That is why we will not use any article before honesty here. Okay. And second condition, any of article will not be used with the plural form of countable noun, only when used in general sense but not particular. For example, chocolates are loved by everyone. So see, as you all can see here, chocolates is here. We are talking about chocolates. So chocolates are loved by everyone. So S is indicating here that the word is showing its plurality. Okay. So plural form. When we have plural form of countable nouns, we will not use any article before it. Okay. In the same way, phones. So phones, S is also here representing its plurality. That is why we will not use any of article here. Okay. Now, third case, before most proper noun except few cases discussed before. See, if we have proper noun in a sentence, we will not use any article here. For example, this is Rahim. So Rahim is a proper noun. So we will not use any of article before Rahim. Okay. Now we have second example here. Bablu loves eating fruits. Okay, so Bablu loves eating fruits. So Bablu is proper noun here. So we will not use any of article before Bablu. Okay. Now fourth case, before name of meals. Okay. Any of article will not be used before names of any meal. Okay. For example, is it time for dinner yet? Dinner is a meal, right? So we will not use any article here. Now I forget to eat lunch. Lunch is also meal. That is why we will not use any article here. Okay. Now, before languages, before languages, so any of article will not be used before languages. For example, let us study English. So English is the language here. So before English, we will not use any of article, but we have some exception here. And what is that? See, if we have word the English language, is it right or wrong? Can anyone tell is it right or wrong? Yeah, please let me know. This is very interesting topic, I must say that. So please pay attention. See, before languages, we will not use any article, but if we have word Language itself is here. The language word itself is here. After any language, then we will always use the here. All right. Yeah. So the English language would be correct. Why? Because the word language itself is here. Okay. So in this case, we will use definite article before the language. But in such case where there is no language word in a sentence or in a or after any language, so we will not use any of article here. Okay. Now, always remember this point. Okay. Now, we have another example here. Do you speak Malayalam at home? So, Malayalam is also a language now. That is why we will not use any article here. Okay. Now, sixth case. Any of article will not be used before school, college, church, bed, table, hospital, market, prison when referred to in general sense only or when they are used for their primary purpose. See, we always need to remember this that uh, its primary purpose. See, the school primary purpose is the what is the primary function of school? Exactly, provide education, right? And college, education, church, pray, right? Table, we keep something on table, right? Hospital, treatment, market, sell or buy or shopping, you can say, right? Prison, to punishment, to give punishment, right now. So these are some primary purpose of these things right now. So when in a sentence these words are used for the another purpose, so we will not use any of article here. For example, my grandmother is in hospital. So my grandmother is in hospital. So why my grandmother is in hospital? For taking treatment now, and treatment is the primary function of hospital. That is why we have not used any article here. Okay. But we have next another example. We go to mosque every week. We go to mosque. Why? To pray. To pray to God, right? So this is the primary function of mosque. That is why we will not use any of article here. Okay. Always remember these points. But if just let me tell you another example. See, if my father, if this will be the answer. See, my father goes to hospital to see him. If father is going to the hospital to see some person, okay, that means the father is not going hospital for their primary purpose. So in this case, we will always use definite article before it. So the right sentence will be my father goes to the hospital to see him. Okay, so this is an exception. Now, these are some important points that we have to remember this. Okay, now let me move to the next slide. Okay, so seventh case, before names of relation. If in any sentence there is the name of any relation, we will not use any of article here. Okay, for example, mother is back, so mother is a relation. So we cannot use any article here. Okay, cook is going to be late today. So cook is also a relation. So we will not use any article here. Okay, now, eighth condition, before predicative nouns denoting a unique position. See, if we have predicative noun here and the noun is denoting a unique position, then we will not use any article here. For example, APJ Abdul Kalam. So APJ Abdul Kalam is a predicative noun, and in this sentence it is denoting their unique position, which is president of India. So predicative noun and then unique position. In such case, we also not we will not use any article here. Okay. And in the same way, I want to be elected head student. So I is predicative noun. Now head student is unique position. So in such case also we will not use any article. Okay, now let's come to the another point. Night case. In certain phrases consisting of a transitive verb followed by its object. Okay, if we have some transitive verb in a sentence, we will not use any article before it. Okay, this would be incorrect. Now, 10th condition. In certain phrases consisting of a preposition followed by its object. See, if we have some preposition here, before preposition we will not use any article. Okay, for example, at home. So at is the preposition here. In hand, by night, at sunrise, at sight, on demand, by land, on foot, at dinner, and at ease. So here these are the preposition, and we will not use any article before any preposition. Okay, now now it's a practice time. So let's do some practice, because practice makes men perfect, right? Okay. See, now that you are familiar with the usage and omission of articles, can you fill in the blanks in the passage given below? See, one day, okay, now you have to tell me that what will be the suitable article here. Okay, now, one day, Snarky dash longest snake of Junjunu jungle. Can anyone tell what will be the suitable answer here? Yeah, please let me know. Please let me know. Yeah, exactly. The longest snake of Junjunu jungle decided to become a dancer, but it was a difficult task because everyone was scared of him, although quite terrifying by looks. Snarky was an honest animal. Why N? Because when we pronunciate word honest, it sounds start with O, right? Which belongs to the vowel. That is why we will always use N before it in such case. Okay. It just wanted to spend its time well. Finally, a group of cunning rodents decided to help it. Okay, a group of cunning, because we are talking about an individual of a group. Yeah. Okay. So this will be the answer. Is your answer correct? Is your answer correct? Quickly check it. See, one day Snacky, the longest snake of Junjunu jungle, decided to become a dancer, but it was a difficult task because everyone was scared of him. Although quite terrifying by looks, Snacky was an honest animal. It just wanted to spend its time well. Finally, a group of cunning rodents decided to help it. Okay? Okay, so now we have ended here. Now we have word of the day. Okay, so now we will be learning a new word here, and the word is regalia. And what it means? Meaning indicative of royalty. When something is showing its royalty, that means it is regalia. For example, the biker was dressed in full regalia with shiny black leather and lots of chain. Right? So we can use this word in sentence like this. Okay? So just use this word in your daily language. It will be great. Okay. So, okay. Now, thank you so much for attending this class. And as I'm really glad to have you here and to have your comments. So, okay. Now, what are you waiting for? Just go Swiflearn, book your free trial class, and you will have amazing session there. And definitely, it will be really beneficial for you. Okay. And also, just be safe in this pandemic and have a great day. Thank you so much for watching this. And if you like this session, then please don't forget to like, comment, and share as much as you can. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.